Hello everyone, how are you today on this cold morning? Kind of get to see part of our house here. I'm only using my computer today. My iPad is over there. It's nothing wrong with my iPad. It's just that, oh, come on, that I couldn't hook it up. Not hook it up, but I didn't have enough cord and stuff to do it. Where are we? Come on. I hope I'm live. There I am. Dun, dun, dun. Look at that nice hat. Woo-hoo. So this is a pop-on, I'll come and call it. I didn't send anything out saying, hey, I was going live or anything. I was creating this item and I said, let me make one first, and then I was like, let's just go do the other one. What the heck? So let's move that out of the way. So hey Janet, hey Gwen, hey Jackie, hey Barbara, how are you? So simple tools for this: a flag or fabric, which is what I'm going to use that I cut, staple gun, hammer if need be, and scissors, and pipe cleaner and ribbon. Reason why I'm not in my craft room, you can see one of my drawers. I have a very old antique desk in there. You can see by the dovetailing here. So literally the drawer came apart. So I have it being glued here today. So we're going to work off my kitchen table. Why not? Hey Janet, good morning. So I'm going to show you what I made. I got dog toys all over the floor. Now I did this last year. I did it on a bigger scale. And what I'm going to do, oh gosh, this isn't, I forget, it's not finger touch. Hi Cheryl, hey Cindy. So let me make sure I'm in frame here. Okay, so I'm going to angle the camera down later. I made this on a bigger scale. What this is tobacco rails that they made into a ladder. This literally, when I made this last year, it was January. So this has been sitting outside between my two garages. I have a metal star that I have screwed in. And then also I did, now my bow looks kind of sad. Oh gosh, look. There's even leaves in here. Okay, didn't know that. They are blown in. But the bow has faded, you could tell, because of the sun. This gets afternoon sun there. So it will fade. So I'll replace it. I don't mind that this flag was an old one we had, so it was already pre-faded, so to speak. But I didn't want to throw it away or do anything like that. I wanted to keep it. So that's going to be over there. So a lot of people, got the puppy down here on the floor, wanted me to make this. So what I did already, I just took one here and I made one on a smaller scale so that you guys can see what it would be like. Hey Cecilia, hey Charlotte, did I get everybody? Janice, Trisha, good morning. And so we're going to make this one today. This one isn't, I just literally just did this now. I have to, what do you call that stuff you put underneath and you iron it? I can't even remember it. Now, what I haven't put is the star. I have the stars here. Oh, it's kind of dry. Now, I'm debating if I want to do it a white star or if I want to paint it red. So I have two different sizes and I haven't quite decided. I painted these guys up white. I like the rustic like that. I don't want it white. So I haven't decided yet. And I literally just painted these this morning. So they're still not quite dry. But this is what they look like beforehand. It came in a set of three big stars like this. And of course this one would be way too big. So of course I'll save it for another project. But, depending how you want to do it, if you want to place your star here, if you want to place your star more up here, I think on that rail I did it kind of like in between somewhere. So that will decide That's going to be an after project, so it's not going to be totally completed. Hey, Debbie. Didn't know you make one of these before. Yes, I did. Hey, Mary. Hey, Cecilia. I made one last year in January. Actually, I did it on my kitchen table, to be exact. It's kind of funky. So I'm hoping this will stay in frame. What I'm going to do is kind of angle the camera down a little bit so you can see the table a little bit better as I'm making this. And God forbid if my dogs start barking because I left the front door open. So hopefully I won't be in your way. Let's see how that works. Actually want you down more. There we go. I almost like shut you guys off. Hold on, y'all. Gotta bend the camera. That should be good. Alright, so we take our ladder. This, there's no splinters or anything on this. But decide, you know, what you want to be your top, what you want to be your bottom, however you want to do it. Now, if you can find an American flag, by all means use it. I couldn't find one. So this was fabric that was striped and striped. I have some extra pieces here. Where did you get the ladder? I bought the ladder locally at an antique store, is what I had bought. Where I had bought it, so which is the same with that big one. Oh, she's just standing there because she was already out. She wants to go play ball. It's what she wants to do. So the fabric was actually like this. Okay. Of course, I'm going to save these pieces. So I'll probably do something else with them later on. Who knows? So I cut a piece of the fabric out that I wanted to, you know, use for this project. So now, like I said, you decide what you want, top or bottom. You know, there's no rhyme or reason to it. What you want, front and back. So whatever. Now this, all I'm going to do, I can take this and I can fold it under. Okay, now she wants to go out. Of course you want to go out because I'm talking. Which means you want to go out. And there goes the puppy. They're on the deck, so they're fine. They'll probably want to come in like 2 seconds. You know how that goes. So I'm going to take this. This is just where the edge of the fabric is. The grain. I don't know what they call it. There we go. So now what I got to figure out. And what I usually do is just take this and I'll start wrapping it like this to see how it's going to fall on here. And how much I need to put where. If I want it to fall more this way or that way. It's really your choice on doing this. There's no right or wrong, okay? So once I get it kind of set now, because the fabric here, the way it angles, I definitely want this to be, you know, towards the back like. So now I have the angle of everything. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to use my staple gun. And what I do is I take the rail here and I like to staple right where the rail is. I put my fingers on the side and I staple it. That's just to get me going. And I definitely want to pull it tight. Going across. And I do it again at my corners here, so to speak, first. Definitely want to make sure you're not going to go through. The hammer is if you have to hammer it in. Now you got to make sure you're doing the staples on the right side, all on the same side, so keep that in mind. So I'm pulling it taut. Just my other rail. I'm trying to stay out of your way. the side. And that's just to get my basics of this going. Like it just was. Thank you, Donna. Hi, Louise. Hey, Jessica. Hello, Miss Katie. Now my puppy wants to come in. This is what they're gonna do. Come on in. Try come. If the sun is out, it's still kind of cold. Come. Okay, you guys go find something to do. Careful, I'm not in trouble. Hello, my friend. All right, so I'm gonna pull it taut across. I don't want this little piece hanging out. So all I'm gonna do is just fold it back, tuck it under, and I'm gonna staple. And I'm gonna staple this in 2 places. See, easy peasy. Good morning, my friend. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to go ahead and start stapling wherever I think it needs to be. The size of the staples is going to depend on your thickness of this. I think these are small in height, these staples. And I just start filling in where I want staples to keep it. Because, you know, like any fabric, if you don't staple it right on this, it will slide. Yes, please spread the love, you guys. I love having the love spread. I think I got a little crinkle there. Hold on, let me get my pliers. Hold please. Run out, go. See if I can pull it out with these. Yep. There was a little crinkle right there, and I wasn't happy with it being there. So, here we go. Staple some more on this side. Get this all taken care of. And this is a really easy project. I thought I ran out of staples. Hi Judy, hi Diana. So the same thing, I don't want this hanging down. Now I can cut it. I want to see how I can fold it back in. And see how much I have to cut out of it. There we go. I really don't have to cut it. Perfect. Again, I'm pulling it taut. So I go and I look and I check to see if any of the staples need to be just a little hammered, or if I need to put any more staples anywhere. I always try to get the edges in all the pieces because that's kind of the main point, and that's what the front of it is going to look like that. So let me put the staple gun away before I shoot myself with it. Now the next part is the siding, the bow. Now, you would think you would put the bow here to kind of cover up this, but the bow, when it hangs, it's just going to hang, you know, weird. So, example is this. So see, it should hang going, do you know what I mean? In the same direction. By putting the bow here, it kind of crisscrosses it, and I didn't like it. Now, if you want to do it that way, that's totally fine. You could do it however way you would want to do it. But now the next step is going to be making the bow. So I have my easy bow maker here. Set that over here. Now on the other one, I use different ones. You can make this as big as you want, as small as you want, as glittery as you want. It is up to you. I think I'm going to use the same. Whoops, did I not use this one? I'm going to use this one, this one, this one. I don't think I'll stick that one on. I think this one I'm using 4 on. Put those 2 away. So now I'm going to sit down. So hopefully you can see me make this. I'll try to turn it this way. Oops. Use a pipe cleaner to attach it. I think that would be my accent again. Stack them up that way. All right. Look, what happens is my puppy grabs this and she rips off the thing and takes him around the house. So it's like, really? Now on the other one, I started with an 18-inch, and I noticed that was probably too long as far as the tail length. So I'm going to shorten it up because I don't really need it that long. So I'm going to A112. This is about 12-inch length. That should be good. Now on this one, so those of you that don't know how to use an easy bow maker, and if it's your first time watching, hit anywhere on the picture, just press on it, and in your top right hand corner 3 little dots will pop up. Hit on those dots and it will say notifications. Get on that notification so you know when I go live, okay? Love to have peeps in my class or my group. So I'm going to do a 5-inch bow. I felt that was big enough. So what I mean by 5 inch is that this loop is 5 inches from here to here, okay? Then when you put it in here, you twist it because now we want it bottoms up, as we say, and put it down. And that way we have our bow like that. Now, you can put as many loops on the side as you want. You can use all one color ribbon if you want to. It is up to you. Hey, Carol, how are you? All right, so we're going to twist this one. And what I did is I put 2 of these loops on the bottom on each side. Just like that. There we go. You could do 3 if you want to. You could do 1 if you want to. It is up to you. And I am going to cut these on an angle. Oops, my pin. I don't lose my pin. Just wind that baby back up. And you guys, bless the page. The more the merrier, as they say, right? So I'm going to bring this blue in here. Now on this one, I have the option of putting the blue, I could do it the same length right in between, or I can make it a little shorter. Doesn't matter. I think this one I'm going to bring in between. Do I want to do that? No, I'll make it a little shorter, just a little shorter. There we go. And this one I'm only going to do 1 loop of the blue in here. There we go. Again, it's your preference what you want to do. There's no right or wrong, it's just what you want. Hi, Betty. How are you? You floated my boat. I love how you say float my boat, Miss Janice. I love that. Did I have a pen for this one? We do not. Okay. And then my stars. Kind of weird doing this on an angle so you guys can see. Hi Betty, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Enjoying the fun. All right, this is all about stars and stripes, y'all. Stars and stripes. Actually, I could do the stripe one. Let me see if I want to do the stripe one next, or if I want to continue with just doing the stars. Oh, I think I'm going to do the stripe one next, just to break it up. So if sometimes your ribbon, it's both on the same side. This one particularly is not. You can see by the weaving on it, the way it looks, that there is a right and a wrong side to it. So, just pay attention to your ribbons. If you don't have to twist it, that's great. Just making sure my tails are down. And this one I'm going to do 2 loops. And again, I'm going to make them a little shorter than the last time. Okay, on each side. And I usually use my finger, the first digit. It's about 1 inch. That's kind of how I go, but it doesn't matter. You can make it as long, as short as you want. Just spreading them out a little bit to make sure I got these bottoms twisted good. There we go. So that's that. So what is everybody doing today? I don't have my granddaughter today. So it's like, I've been in a crafty mood. You know how you just get that and go, 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 go? And that's kind of what I'm doing. And I made that wreath, like I said yesterday, for y'all, and recorded it, and it got lost because I didn't get to the point where I saved it and had to leave my phone. And when I came back, it was gone. So that's okay. We go with the flow, It is what it is. All right, just one like that. And you can see it's really easy to make the bows. Now I'm going to bring this one back and on top. I'm going to switch pins out here. And what I'm going to make is just a little loop. Hello, Melissa. How are you? And in making that loop, like when you think of the breast cancer ribbon, all you're going to do is you can fold it in half like that. Decide how big you want your loop to be, okay? Squish it together. I'm going to flip this one. And then you can lift this up and twist the one underneath, because that's the one. You got to make sure the right side is facing out, right side, good side to good side, okay? And we're going to place it right in there. Now I'm going to stand up at this point. Hello, Miss Jessica. How are you? So I can do this a little bit better. Let's see if I move this a little bit closer to y'all, if that works. I gotta wait 8 seconds, because I see me in one place and it comes really quick on the camera there, but not down here on the computer. So I'm going to use a pipe cleaner because this is how I'm going to actually attach it to the rail. I just kind of fold it in half, bring it down in half between these. I got to turn it my way so I can do this right. Pull the bottom of the bow, pull those pipe cleaners around so that they're on the bottom. Kind of can use your 2 fingers here as a little bit of a guide to hold them. Ooh, they're sticking to me. And then I give it a good twist. I press using my thumb and my other finger, and I press it together. So then what I'll do is I'll just give it a couple of twists. I want to come back and I want to adjust my tails just just to make sure they're all facing down. And that my bow, because sometimes when you twist back here, your bow gets a little twisted at the bottom. So I want to make sure that's looking okay. Pull it out a little bit, although we're going to fix it once we put it on there. Okay. Hi Nell, hi Luann, how are you? So now we have our ladder. And my bow's going to go on this side. Okay. So you can give it a couple more twists, and again, press down to make sure it's nice and tight. Now I don't glue this on here or anything because, as I showed you in the one I did a little over a year ago now, the bow will fade because it was outside. So because of that, if I glued it, then I wouldn't be able to replace it. So I'm just going to twist tie this as tight as I can on here. And what I usually do once I get it done, I'll take these twist ties and just, whoops, I don't know if you can see, my bad, went out of screen. So I twist tied it. Let me wait till we get back. Hey Diana. So I twist tie it. When I'm finished, I'll twist tie it all the way up, and I'm going to tuck this down in here. That's all I'm going to do. Not going to glue it or anything, just tuck it in there. Cleaning your classroom, girl. I started to do that. And then I got into, oh, I want to make this. Because you know, when you clean your craft room, then you find things that you're like, oh my God, I forgot all about that. So pull my bow apart where I want it. And then with these, now if you see how I did these are all angled this way. And I have these on this side doing the opposite way. That's just a me thing. I want it so you can see every color down below underneath it. So I'm going to trim these back just a little bit. But you can do it however you feel. If you don't want to do it this way, you want to cut your ribbon another way, go for it. All right. And now I got to cut these two babies. And then this. Now you can do it where your ribbon tails are longer and you can curl them. You know, like a banana curl. For this, I want it to be like that. All right. And then again, we'll take whichever of our stars. And I got to decide. I got to paint some of these red. I was thinking the white. The one originally I did was red. Of course, it's not going to be natural. I think this size would probably be the best because I think this little one is too small with them. But I think this is like the perfect size. And depending if I'm going to go right across this rail, there's a rail right in here. I can bring it down so I can tack it here and here, depending what I want to do. Oh, thank you. Got to clean mine today too. Where did you find the material? The material I got from Walmart. The stars actually was on an auction. There were 3, they come in a pack of 3. Where's the other one? Like this. I don't know where it was bought from because the boxes don't say. And it was a set, 3 sets of this. And a friend was bidding on it. It was on an auction thing online. And I told her if she didn't need them all, we can go in halves. Well, she only took 1 box, and I bought the other 2 boxes because I knew I could use them from her. So that's where I got the stars from. But you can go, and there are stars, you know, wooden stars you can buy at the craft stores. You can do the metal ones and, you know, paint them up. This is the other one. Like I said, let me pull it back over here. This is the bigger one that I did last year. Hey, Judy. First time watching, I love that what you do. Thank you, Meryl. Hey, Meryl, hit anywhere on the page, just tap it. And on the top right-hand corner, there'll be 3 little dots. Hit the one, when you hit that, hit the one that says notifications so you can get notified. So this is the bigger one that I did last year in January. It has literally, like I said, sat out in between my garage. It just leans. So see, I need a new bow. This gets afternoon sun there. So this has been through rain and snow and sunlight and winds and stuff. So it has taken a beating, but actually, you know, it did pretty good. I think these are probably the best still of colors on it. The rest kind of has faded and taken a toll, and we found some leaves in this one earlier. Where did you see it? So this is a real flag, this one, an extra one that we had. I didn't cut this in any way. If you look, you can see it's folded under here because I did not want to cut an American flag. So you can tea dye them, coffee dye them if you want. This one is a metal, what do you call it, star. So you could do a metal one, you could do a wood one. It's your choice. It is endless. If you want to do this and put like red berries, you know, in with it, like a little viney thing, you can do that as well. This is the one that I did this morning before I came on live with y'all. So I see I mixed up the bows a little bit just to make them a little different. This I added a little bit more to, this one I didn't. So you can do it any way you want. You want more sparkles in it, you don't want sparkles in it, you know? And that's all you have to do. And you just play with it. Now you can do these, you don't have to do with American flag. If you want to do something country with chickens or something, you can do that and change it up. So it's an endless thing that you can do with this. How many yards of material? That would be a good question. I want to say I bought, well, here's the thing. It's going to depend on your pattern. Because this pattern, let me show you. Let's see if we can kind of map this out. I forgot if it was a yard and a half that I got. So let me move these. And these are kind of, you know, neat little things you can do for craft shows. I want to say I probably bought like 2 yards. Now the fabric, because this fabric is cut, it's on an angle. So this is how the fabric kind of goes. Because I took out 2 pieces. So I want to say I probably bought about 2 yards. But you have to look at, you know, for the strips, because these ones that were kind of at the end, you know, here weren't big enough these to use in my pattern on these. So what I did, this was actually the middle piece, and I took the 2 that were on the sides, and that's what I used to make the one I did. Hey Carol, hey Susan. The tobacco sticks I had got from a local antique place, and which was good because the really big one, when I got that one, that was at another antique dealer, and that was like 2 hours away, and I had picked up one of those because I had wanted to do this, you know, design. But keep in mind that you can go and get, if you can't get tobacco sticks, you know, I don't know if you know, these were the things they hung up in their barns, and, you know, they put the tobacco leaves to dry them. If you can't get this specifically, check in the craft sites for ladders, okay? And then what you can do, you can get a dark stain, rough it up, and you can do it that way too. And then, you know, the same concept. Well, good, Rebecca. I love it. Miss Kate, she's my friend. We're New York buddies. I live in Virginia, but I'm from New York. She's some more excuse me, upstate New York. I was from Long Island. And so we have known each other for, I don't know, a couple of years now. So, but, and you can do this, like I said, if you want to do, now this one here, like I said, I have to get that, what's that two-sided fabric stuff, and I'm just going to iron it down so that that one stays. The other one I didn't have to do that with. It's funny how the fabric works that way. And then it's done. Besides putting the star on it, and like I said, I think I'll use the medium. I don't know, I'm going to spray paint one red. I was thinking the white, which I could do one white, I could do one red, you know, just to mix it up. But I'm thinking the white star might get lost in there a little bit. What do you guys think? I was thinking the white because, you know, you have the white on here. Now this fabric is made to look kind of woodsy. So if you see here, it looks like panels of wood are going across to give it a little bit age so it's not so bright. I don't know if you guys can really see that. Whoops. Did you glue the stars? No, this isn't glued on. What I do with them, like the big one that I did last year, which I need to make a new bow for because it's weathered. This is a metal one. So I screwed it in here, you know, onto the rail that went across. These here are wooden. These are wooden ones that, you know, they're wall hanger type ones. So I haven't done anything with these yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to tack it like here and here and, you know, maybe up here. I have to figure how I want it to sit on, you know, here. I always like my star to be like that technically. So I will have to see how I'm going to do it. You like the white one? Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. And and see how it looks kind of rustic, you know. I haven't put any sealer on it or anything yet, so I still have to do that. But it doesn't look bad. The red blends in. Of course, I'm not going to do a blue star, you know, because you just don't see the blue stars. Oh, wait, let me get closer so you can see. Do I have this at the right now? Oh, I can look in the camera here. So see, it looks rustic, you know, which is what I want it to do. And then in the fabric on here, you see the lines going through it here to make it look like wood or aged. Now you can, like I said, you can take your fabric, you can coffee dye it, tea dye it, you know, whatever you want to do with it. And depending if you want your star to be, you know, down here, or if you want it to be more up here, it's really up to you. How you want to tack it on there, depending if you're using wood or metal. The metal one was easy. I screwed because I had a little hole in it. This one, if I tack it in, you know, through here, I haven't quite decided. If I do a screw, you're going to see a big screw. So, can I do a hammer nail? I don't know. I may have to use a wood type glue on this. And then if I do, I think I'd glue it directly onto the wood, like that. Which I happen to have right here. But I don't want to, this is a wood glue. There's all kinds of wood glues out there. If I do that, I'd still want to tack it somehow, just to give it more reinforcement, because I don't think the glue is going to be, you know, good enough. But I'll have to figure out how I want to do it. But I got to still seal these yet, because I haven't done that. I'm not going to rough it up any more than what it looks like, but I have to decide how I want to actually do that in there. That would be a good question. I like the white also. What did you charge for the small ones? So Janet, the big one I never sold. And the reason being is because for shipping wise, it was just not going to be possible to ship something like that. I don't know if anybody wanted to pay for that. I'm guessing these I was going to use for craft shows. I'm just going to say on a safe side, which I don't think it weighs that much, is let's just say 10 pounds. Okay? Hey, Catherine. Hey, Dawn. How are you? And then I would have to find probably more like a garment box or something to ship this in. Just make sure I don't even. Thank you, thank you. Hi Rebecca, hi Susan. Thank you. You know, like I said, it was an idea I did. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to list these or not. If somebody does want to borrow it, please send me, let me know, and I'll give you a message on it. I think in selling these at craft shows, I'd probably go about 55, 60, somewhere in there at a craft show. Oh, no problem, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, there's always replay. Or you can hit on the screen those 3 little dots. You can save the video too. Yeah, at craft shows, I'd probably go, you know, in that price range. The tobacco basket is, you know, costs the most, you know, out of it. Tobacco basket, the tobacco ladder, and then the fabric is your choice. Like I said, you could do this with a real flag, like I did on the big one, or you can find material if you want. Now this is a really stiff material. The flags, the USA flags, they're like, some of them are like a really nylon-y, you know, so you got to find what you want. I just didn't find a flag that was the appropriate size, but I saw this fabric and I kind of like this fabric on this one. So I thought I'd do these. And these are great, you know, for 4th of July or whatever. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Dawn. So they're kind of cool. They're kind of cool. And like I said, you can do them different ways. If you can't find the ladders at an antique store, and you can change this up, you know, Easter's coming, you know, why not do something Easter and put an Easter bunny sitting there, or a gnome, you know, you can do whatever, because I just chose to do these 2 this way, you know, with the star on it. But if you do Easter fabric, let's say, or spring fabric, cotton, with a nice cotton bow or chicken fabric or something, you could put, you know, and a stuffed animal maybe sitting or coming out from in here. So there's endless things you can do with this. Endless. Thank you, thank you, thank you, y'all. Thank you. So it's just be creative and have fun. And, you know, I like doing things that are more modern. I also like things that are a little bit more country, a little bit more rock and roll, as they say. And so I'm not worried about this. I have to tighten this one up a little bit more. But I also do have to, what is that stuff you put underneath in your iron? Oh, thank you. Who is giving me all those hearts? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it, y'all. And all the thumbs up. This is just a cool, simple, easy project. And like I said, if you can't get the tobacco ladders, look online for whatever dealers or places, and you can maybe find these. Or build it yourself. It's not hard. These are, what size? These are 2 inches by what? 1/4 inch? Yeah, it's about 1.5 inch by about 1/4 inch. You can go to your lumber yard, do it, reel it across, nail it in, make your own ladder, stand it up, make it, you know, just stretch it a little bit, and there you go. First time watching, where did you get the flag and the ladder? The ladder came from an antique store. They're tobacco ladders that you put across. And then the fabric I got from Walmart. And it was, you know, stripped together, and I just cut it to make one long strip and one long strip, you know, on it. Luckily I found this. Sometimes you can't find that. But you can get regular ladders, like I said, dress this up for Easter, chicken wire it, you know, make it country, but I made these guys. So this is kind of how it would be, and you just lean it up. Everybody's doing all those welcome signs, you know, out by their front doors and stuff. How about this? You like patchwork? Do it in patchwork, quilting, whatever your little front porch likes. So as I said, I did a whole thing with y'all. I'm going to change the camera around so that you can see me. Don't look at my house. That's the dog bed over there. I did, what was I going to say? Oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Am I in the picture? Oh, my thumb was. There I am, Miss America. Right. You can, I lost my whole train of thought. Oh well, out the window. I don't call them senior moments, I call them I have a lot on my mind. But this is a really easy project. Go have fun with it. Oh, I know what I was saying. I did a thing a while back giving you guys ideas how to set up a porch. Like pick a focal point, whether it's the rug, or, you know, and then you can put your chairs, your furniture, your plants, wreaths, you know, whatever you want on your front porch. So I don't have a front porch, I have a stoop. And when the door opens, you can't put anything on the right side of the door because otherwise you'll knock it over. And the same on the left side. So I just have 2 big flower pots on mine. But we're going to try to decorate it up when it gets a little warmer to give you guys some ideas on what you can do. Like I said, the big one, I have leaning between my 2 garages, you know, there's that little space. That's where that one goes. The ladders came, your bubble leaked. My bubble leaked. Oh, I like that one, Elizabeth. Hi, Lori, welcome. My bubble leak, I like that. The ladders came from an antique place, and they're tobacco ladders. They weren't that expensive. I almost bought 4 of them, and I'm thinking of going back to get, maybe she'll have the other 2, but it's an antique place. It's either there or it's not. But I bought these probably like, I don't know, last month sometime, I think it was. And I saw them and I picked out 2 and I was like, should I get 4? Should I just stay with 2? Should I get 4? You know how you do that? And you're like, okay, I'll just get 2. And then you're leaving and you're driving home and you go, I should go get the other ones. So that's what I did. So Lori, first time watching. So guys, couple of things is, first time watchers, hit anywhere on the screen. 3 little white dots come up at the top, hit notifications. So that way when I go live and you're on Facebook, you can go, hey, come on in. Bless the page, which means, you know what, to have everybody know what we're doing today. I always do wreaths, but I also do crafts, and I wanted to do one of these. I wanted to mix it up. I've been trying to mix it up a little bit more than just doing wreaths all the time, to give you guys, you know, some variety. Hi, Donna, and stuff and things. So I figured, you know, we're at the end of February. You know, we have Memorial Day, 4th of July. These are good for. There's Veterans Day. I leave out my American flag all the time. I will change it up specifically for a month, but if there's not any specific holiday going on, my American flag stands out all the time. And you can't see in the picture here, and I'm frozen on my computer, is that we have a lot of military stuff in our house because my husband was military. Oh, you do? What do you charge for the small ones? Oh, is that a no? Janet, didn't somebody ask me that one? Look at my comments are like behind here. Yeah. I hope I'm all caught up in the comments. I don't know if I am. So, but go back and replay on this. So you can guys learn what I did, have fun with it. You know, I have my Nona's Squirrels group. Post a picture in there and let me see what you guys have made. Why not? Why not? I would love to see. And just have fun with it. That's all I can say. Just have fun. What's a stoop? So a stoop is you walk out your front door, you have a little square like patio, and then a couple of steps down. That's it. So there's no porch. Like I can't put any chairs on mine. If you do, you're going to get knocked right off the stoop when the door opens. There's no place to do anything. Good morning, Carla. How are you? I wish we talked about it last year when we were putting sod and stuff in, or siding and all, that we were going to build, what do you call it? Just enough the front door. We don't like, my front door isn't protected with a little roof or anything to make it like a little porch thing. Kind of, not cornucopia. There's a word for it. Yeah, but we call it a stoop. I don't know, I'm from New York. It's a stoop. Like you see so many steps, you just have an area of just a flat. I'll show y'all. Be easy to show y'all. So hold on. Oops. I covered it up. I'm trying to unplug you. Hold on. I'll show you what it looks like. So this is going out my front door. It's a stoop. We call it stoops. Maybe it's a New York term. It's a stoop. You sit on your stoop with your friends. There's one step that leads down and then you're on that. That's it. So it's nothing. I can't put, any chairs or anything because you get whacked by the door. So right now I don't have anything much out there just because it's cold. I don't know where my dogs are. I'm going to flip this around so you can see me. I thought I saw one. I don't know where the puppy is. That could be dangerous. But anyway, so that is it. Oh, you were just kidding. I am new. Could you please show me what you made? Yes, I can. Stoop is the flat area at the front door. The steps below and used for sitting. I mean, we call them stoops too. Look, we're going to have a whole discussion on stoops now. So hold on, I'll flip you around so you can see what we made. Let me put you back in the little holder here. Oops, hold on. You're going to probably see my fingers, no matter how much I try to do it without my fingers being seen, rather, not sold. There we go. This is what we made. Yeah, we call it stoops. Learned that 25 years ago we moved from the Midwest to the South. Oh, gotcha. Well, I guess I'm from New York, so all the houses and stuff up there, they had what we call stoops, and you would sit on the stoop. It was never a front porch or anything, unless you actually had a porch. So this is the one I made. This one isn't complete because I need that iron-on stuff to flatten this one out. This one doesn't have that. So this is the one I made before I came online. The stars weren't quite dry. Everybody's agreeing to put the white star instead of a red star. I'm not going to do a blue star, needless to say. So I just did the bows 2 different ways, 2 different colors. We made these out of tobacco rails, but you can make it out of whatever. Make your own. Find one at a hobby shop place if you want to do that. Whatever. And it was just fabric that was angled like this, and I wrapped it around. Made a bow. The bow, like I showed everybody before, this is the one I made last year. This is a lot bigger ladder, tobacco ladder. So this is a real flag here. I didn't cut it. You can see I folded it under because I didn't want to cut the flag. I used a red star on my bow. This has been literally outside for over a year, a little over a year. And so I do have to change the bow out. But it has been through rain, sleet, snow, you name it. And these make great housewarming gifts too. If you want to pick out a fabric that they can use all the time, a nice welcome fabric, do that. So, alrighty. So, anybody else have any more questions that I can answer for them today? I just have fun. Fun, fun, fun. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. I just noticed my hands go a little faster on that thing. Good Lord. I think it's like Speedy Gonzales. It is a cool idea. It's something different to do. And the thing is, I'll do another one where we do one with wreath. I'll have to rewatch so I can see how you did it. Thank you. No problem, Connie. So there's another thing I do with a wreath with material. So I'll have to show you how I did that one. I made one last year. Oh, thank you for all the hearts, you guys. Thank you. How much material did you take? Because this material was cut on an angle, not cut on an angle, it is on an angle. So these pieces that are in here are on the top and the bottom, and I want to say I got about 2 yards. Hey Gary, how are you? So, you know, kind of did it on an angle like that, and I cut one piece from here, one piece from here. So I think these being my longest pieces, I want to say I bought at least 2 yards. But it's going to be based on your fabric, okay, how your fabric is. So I would probably go at least 2 yards if you're buying this. If you're buying something different, you got to look at it and look at the pattern and how big, you know, your ladder is and stuff. Like doing that other one, there, if I did that really big one, I'd probably buy like 3 yards and do it on that one. So, but that's going to be it, you guys. So we are done for the day. We're done with this project. So I will say, am I going to be in frame? Who knows if I'm in frame or not. I hate the text. I hate the delay. Let me sit down. It might be better. But I'm going to say thanks for coming to Nona's Nutty Crafts. And I look forward to creating some more things with you next time. First time. Yay, Donna. Donna, hit anywhere on the screen. You know, just tap on your screen or put an arrow on your screen, and those 3 little white dots come up in the top right-hand corner. Hi, Donna, winner. And no problem, Janet. And hit the one that says notification. So that way, you know, when you're on Facebook, you'll know that I'm live, and you can come play with us. All right? So, thank you for all the hearts and everything y'all did. Oh, yay. And bless the page, y'all. We'd love to have a lot of people come in and watch with us, play with us, as far as all that goes. And that's going to be it. So I'll see you next time. Bye.